For example, everyone knows banlangen granules? Its main ingredients are banlangen and sucrose. How do you apply for a patent for this formula? As long as the formula leaks, ordinary people can make it at home as long as they get the formula. Pharmaceutical companies can't take these ordinary people to court, right? August said, even if ordinary people cannot sue for infringement, at least pharmaceutical companies can always sue for infringement, right? Liang shook his head and said, Ms. August, what you think is too simple. First of all, it is difficult to apply for a patent for this kind of thing that exists in nature. For example, almost all of Asia uses rice as the staple food. Rice can be used to treat certain diseases, and then a pharmaceutical company will use the rice to apply for a patent. It is impossible for the International Patent Organization to pass it. Furthermore, even if it is a complex formula, although it can be patented, the chances of being cracked by competitors are also very high. Take the anti-dampness prescription. As long as you make some adjustments on the original basis, such as the dosage ratio with a slight change, replacing individual medicines with other similar medicinal materials can perfectly avoid patents without affecting the efficacy of the medicine. So, in the final analysis, the patent protection of Chinese patent medicines is very weak. If you want to avoid being infringed by others, the best way is to win people first and let consumers recognize our brand and medicines. In this way, even if competitors imitate and follow us with similar drugs, we can also seize the opportunity at the consumer level. This is like Yunnan Baiyao. There are actually many kinds of medicines on the market that have similar effects to Yunnan Baiyao. Their ingredients and formulas are basically the same. But because Yunnan Baiyao was well known earlier, and among the common people, there it has a very good mass base, so the foundation of Yunnan Baiyao will not be hurt by those imitation drugs. August curled her lips. You said so much, I just want to ask you one question. Is your prescription also obtained from ancient Chinese prescriptions? Does this mean that you are also plagiarizing the fruits of your ancestors? Liang shook his head. I really don't know this. You don't know? August was even more puzzled, and asked him, the medicine you produced yourself, where did the prescription come from? Don't you know it yourself? Liang said seriously, our boss made the prescription. Your boss? August asked in surprise, is the boss a doctor? With infinite reverence on Liang's face, he said with emotion, our boss is a true dragon in the world. Cut. August said disdainfully, don't brag about it, what kind of real dragon in the world? Do anyone dare to call these titles now? Seeing August's disdain for his boss, Liang said righteously, Ms. August, you can look down on me, but you must never look down on my boss. If you have been in contact with my boss for some time, you will know what I said. Everything is not a lie. When August curled her lips and wanted to say something, Sarah beside her grabbed her and said, August, don't be so rude when you go out. I believe what Mr. Liang said, if you can study it alone. It's okay to say that he is the dragon, the current generation based on this magical stomach medicine like JXYZ. August stuck his tongue out. Well, since you have said so, then I won't be arrogant to him. I wanted to tease him. Liang was speechless for a while, but he didn't expect that this girl would deliberately hold back with him. He was also a big man anyway, and found that he was being played with by a woman, and he was somewhat depressed, but when he thought that this woman was Sarah's agent, he could only hide his depression deeply in his heart. At this time, the factory director ran over quickly and said to him, Mr. Liang, President Wade is here. As soon as the voice fell, Charlie had already put on a clean suit and stepped into the factory. The moment he came in, Sarah was a little dumbfounded when she saw his face. She whispered to Liang next to her, this man is your boss? Liang nodded, yes. What is his name? Liang said, Mr. Charlie Wade, what's wrong? Sarah was struck by lightning, but August on the side rolled her lips and said something under her breath. Sarah suddenly scolded, a lot. Don't be rude. August was surprised. She had never seen Sarah angry with her before. But now Sarah is obviously angry. In fact, August is not only Sarah's agent, but also Sarah's cousin. She is the child of Sarah's aunt. The two get along very closely. After Sarah entered the entertainment industry, August volunteered to be her agent. This is why August has always dared to play any jokes with her, and has never regarded her as the boss. At this moment, Sarah looked at Charlie getting closer, and was so nervous that the rhythm of breathing was completely messed up. Charlie stepped forward to the three of them. Looking at Sarah and August, he couldn't help feeling a little shocked in his heart. What happened in these 2 days? You will always see such an eye-catching, even horrifying beauty. Nanako is one, and Sarah is another. Unlike Nanako's gentleness, Sarah seemed to be born with a cold air. In the cold, with full noble temperament, she looked like a woman of extraordinary origin. In fact, there are 2 kinds of noble temperament in a person. One is cultivated since childhood, and the other is cultivated halfway. The vast majority of wealthy people carry a bit of extravagance on their bodies, but it can be seen from that extravagance that it has not been there since childhood. Because many wealthy people are born out of hard work, and don't have the temperament that has been cultivated by large families in the past. Even the rich second generation may not have enough precipitation.